Alright, what's up everybody? This is my destruction macro that I wrote. This is the one that is gonna have like a 2 or 3 second gap. I couldn't get it just right, and I got tired of messing with it. I know I probably could have added in another incinerate in there somewhere or something like that, but I kind of ran out of characters, so it'd have to be totally redone to get rid of that 2 or 3 second gap. Now this it probably work for a dungeon. I mean, because nobody's just like, oh, you're missing 2 or 3 seconds in your rotation, blah blah blah, your DPS. That's just for rating, man. You're just gonna have to rework this for rating. This is good for your basic dungeons, just a basic macro for destruction. It's gonna work for questing while you're out in the world, whatever. This is just a basic macro for people who aren't gonna use it for rating. I mean, you can use it for rating. Go ahead, but edit and adjust it a lot so you can not have that gap in your DPS. Okay. All right. Well, I'm spec actually. Let's go over my talents real quick before we start the rotation. I'm actually specting a roaring blaze, which increases the damage on Immolate by 60% until it's refreshed. If you when you conflagrate. Okay. Um, Reverse entropy, which actually reduces the cast time of my Chaos Bolt and Rain of Fire, and when I use them, they restore 35% of my mana. So it helps me not have to use Life Tap. Demon Skin, of course, for the Soul Leech. Eradication, so my Chaos Bolt increases the damage I deal to targets for 6 seconds. And then I get your basic Dark Pact, Grimsag, and then I know you got these other ones out here that can refund soul shards like the Soul Conduit. I kind of like just messing around with Demonfire because I think it looks pretty cool. Plus, it's nice for AoE if you put Immolate on all your targets. Then you have that Wreak Havoc, of course, which is actually really nice because Havoc lasts 20 seconds and it has no cooldown, so that's good for multiple targets. But we're just going to be doing single target here. So we have Demonfire down there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start this on this training dummy. Alright, start off with Immolate. There was a conflag in there in case you didn't see right after the Immolate. I did have it as 2 conflagrates, but I found out that it was messing up my rotation because I was coming back around and it would be on cooldown. But then I found out I couldn't really fix that. So I throw the Chaos Bolts here. Basically go through, Immolate again. See, it's just wrenching through it, basically. And I'll be surprised if it comes up here and we don't have a construction. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, here's where we're going to run into the Immolate issue in a second. Yep, we're about to run into it right now. There it is. Yep, see? Like 2 seconds. And I used as many characters in the macro as I could to try to fix that, and I just couldn't find a good spot to fix it. Now adding in other stuff in your rotation is gonna fix it, like adding in like a summon Doomguard, getting that extra second or half a second right there is gonna help fix it yourself. I mean, by adding that in. Plus adding in maybe like if you wanted to, like a life tap or a havoc, that's gonna fix it. But those just aren't in the macro. All right, see that's basically it. I mean, it's not the best. It's not going to be the best DPS you can do. I mean, this is just a basic macro to fill in. I just wanted to try a destruction one since I had the other two that were actually working. The other two work really well, especially for dungeons and out in the world type of stuff. So I was like, well, let me see if I can do a destruction where you're only basically using one button, but it was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So let's go over the macro real quick. Like I said, I'll put all these macros in the description of each respective video. So let's go to destruction here. It starts the same. It's a cast sequence, no channeling, reset equals target. It starts with Immolate, Conflagrate, Incinerate, 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 Immolate, Conflagrate, Incinerate, Conflagrate, Chaos Bolt, Incinerate, Incinerate, Immolate, Conflagrate, Incinerate, Incinerate, Chaos Bolt, Channel Demonfire. The only reason I added that Channel Demonfire at the end was to get an extra 2.5, 2.7 seconds on off the cooldown on the Conflagrate to restart the macro. Um, but I mean, it worked a little, but not a lot. Because at the beginning here, I had two Conflagrates after the Immolate, so I had to take one of them out and move it down in the rotation, which kind of screws your rotation up a little bit, but it worked. I mean, in the end, it worked a little bit. So this is just your basic destruction rotation. Like I said, I wouldn't use it for raiding, and to be honest with you, it may work in a dungeon, but you may have to fill it in with your own little, your own things, like a summon Doomguard or maybe an extra Incinerate or something else in there, a Havoc or something that's going to drop that cooldown on the Conflagrate in the middle of the rotation. You can use it in the world and it'll work just fine. So, but like I said, if you got any suggestions or anything you would do differently or opinions or the way you would edit or adjust it, put it down in the comment. Let me know what you got. I'll check it out. I'm always up for that. If you got a better macro than I did, sweet. I'll try it out in a heartbeat. Um, but thanks for watching. Thanks for support. Appreciate everything. Just hit that like button and subscribe, please, and peace out, everybody.